Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Pete Johns, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we'll be taking Jade, Starr's voice, and turning it into me, Pete Johns, using the amazing artificial intelligence voice creation app MusicFi. So kick back and relax as we do something scary, terrifying, but really cool at the same time. This is Pete Johns. Let's do it.
What? What's going on? Pete's hijacked my show. He's taken over everything. It's a Pete Johns world today. I hope you're all doing good. My name is apparently Jade Starr or Pete Johns. Who knows? I don't know. I'm losing myself. I don't know who I am anymore. It's a Pete Johns world. I hope you're all doing well. This is a follow-up to last week's show. That was weird, says Kim. That's literally what Pete Johns sounds like pre-coffee. Good grief. I hope you're all doing good. This is a follow-up to last week's show using MusicFi, which is an amazing, amazing technology. And I know there are people out there who, hate AI and think it's the end of the world and all this stuff. But man, there's so much fun you can have with it. And this is just one of those things. So we'll get into it in a second. And I want to welcome all our Wart Warriors to the show. You can become a Wart Warrior by just chucking us $1 a month and you get custom emojis. I forgot to put a Pete Johns emoji into the chat today, but we are going to feature Pete Johns' music today, and he's today's featured artist. So it's a Pete Johns-centric show today. Now, who is Pete Johns? Some of you may not know who Pete Johns is. Pete Johns is the reason I'm doing this show, pretty much. I came across Pete Johns around 2017 or 16, something like that, and found his channel, and there he was, this lovely little man talking about making music on iPad. And there I was sitting there making music for iPad since about 2010, thinking here I was all alone in the world. And here's this, I call him my funny little friend from Adelaide. Oh dear. But Pete is amazing. And if you know who Pete Johns is, you'll agree with me. He's just one of the most down to earth, awesome guys around who is very supportive of making music, very knowledgeable, and just a really good friend. So, and I love his music. If you've heard his music before, it's an earworm, man. It gets in your head. You can't get rid of it. It's sometimes it's really annoying. You just can't get rid of those words out of your head. But so today, what we're going to do is I have spent the last few days training an AI to sound exactly like Pete Johns. And now I have to say this first. So I did get explicit permission. I think it's a good thing if you're going to do this to people you know, like ask. Don't be weird. You know what I'm saying? It's creepy because if things get weird, then you end up with, people feeling uncomfortable and things like, I don't know.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
Look, where did Brad come? Why is Brad popping up on my screen? But yeah, it's best to ask if you're going to clone somebody's voice. Yeah, unless it's a celebrity or something like that. I mean, they're not going to know, because a lot of people have been using this tool to clone celebrities, and there's a lot of them on a lot of these sites that you can do that. So I did reach out to Pete, and Pete pretty much said to me, well, if somebody was going to do it, it may as well be Jade. There we go. Someone was going to clone me one day, so it might as well be Jade. That's exactly what he said. And so we got to training the thing, and last week we showed you how to train it, and today we're going to go over it again, and I'm going to show you some of the other voices I've trained, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to sing a Pete Johns song live here for you to one of his songs, and then I'm going to take my vocal and we're going to turn it into Pete. and all that kind of stuff. Let's say hello to the folks here. It's been a bit of a long intro. I don't know where this show's going to go today, but we're just going to have fun, yeah? So nothing too serious. We're going to mess around with this thing, and we're going to have some fun, and then we'll bounce you all over to Pete's show, which is on in a couple of hours' time, if I'm here that long. So hello, Sean Chandler. Oh, there's I see all of you in the chat, and I just think, all these victims waiting for me to clone. Gregory O'Sullivan, what's going on? Rise of Dark Leela, who just had one of her wonderful shows, which I was listening to, but getting ready. Hello, Russ8889, who's coming on the show this week, folks, just to break character here for a minute. So Russ, he's not coming on the show. Russ is actually, we're playing part 2 of Russ's documentary here on the show this week, Dog Tracks to Delicate Giants. And a little while ago, we played the first part of this documentary, and this week we're playing the second part of his documentary. I haven't watched it yet. I'm sure it's going to be really fascinating like the first one. So that is happening this week. And who else do we see here? DOA, what's going on? Jenny Jolivet, Jim Shannon, hello. Thomas Christ, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, who I want to clone his voice as well. Pole Vault, I hope you're doing well. Joe Glenn, good to see you back, Joe. Who else do I see in the chat here that I have not said anything to? My eyes are working. Good. I'm scrolling up. There's Kim Harden Hudson, who I can clone as well because I have songs of hers. Be warned, folks, don't send me your songs anymore. I'll just clone you. Good news, too. If you are a Patreon, if you are a Patreon, I may have a subscription for MusicFi for this weekend. So there, if you are a patron, that is happening. It is a thing. And I want to thank Chris from MusicFi, who's just been really supportive. And he's probably watching along quietly. There's the Patreon there if you'd like to join. All right. So let's get into it. First off, let's show you what MusicFi is, then we'll get into it. We're not going to cover any apps or anything today, price drops or anything. We've got plenty of time to do that for the next 2 days. This is MusicFi. If I just get my ass over here in the right place. MusicFi, so it's a website, musicfi.lol. That is the website, and you can sign up. You can try it out for free and upload try 3 kind of voices, and then you have to wait an hour between clones. The pricing for it is, so there you go, free. You get limited cloning, standard speed, standard quality. For $10 a month, you get unlimited cloning, fast speed, premium sound. And for $24, which is the one I have here, is the premium. You get unlimited cloning, really fast speed, premium quality, and you can create 3 custom voices that you can. So if you make one and you don't like it, you can delete it and then come back. Skull attack by Brad. You can then delete the voice and create another one. Which I've done a few times, made one, didn't like it, recloned it, retrained it. So you've got to train these voices. Plus, you can actually reach out to the crew at MusicFi and create a custom one. So how many voice models you need, yeah? Can Pete's clone clean my home? Yeah. Yep. I've tried it out. You should see how clean my house is. So this is the plans. And yeah, let's jump over here. So once you've got it and you log in. So here's my account here. We looked at this last week. You've got a whole bunch of ones that are already preset, which we did last week. Some preset singers in here that you can turn your own voice into. Like, make sure I've got sound happening. That would be bad. Oh, let's try this. sound was working at the start of the show. I don't know what's going on.
Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge.
So you can turn your voice into any of these singers that are here. Plus, you've got parody voices as well. And they've just added a crap load since last week. They've added a heap of brand new voices in here too. They've added we've got Eric Cartman in here. We've got Mickey Mouse has been added. There's a whole lot of new ones that have been added in here. And they're adding more and more voices all the time. So that's really cool. All right. So hey, Gary Hubs. Let's bounce and let me show you how we open the show today with that spoken voice, yeah? Where is it? I think I've got it still in Logic here. So here we go. So this was the actual recording of me opening the show today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Pete Johns, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we will be taking Jade Starr's voice and turning it into me, Pete Johns, using the amazing artificial intelligence voice creation app MusicFi. So kick back and relax as we do something scary, terrifying, but really cool at the same time. This is Pete Johns. Let's do it. All right. So the one thing I've learned about my voice over the last couple of days is that I always thought, because Pete always says when he talks, he's like, he has to slow down because he's got a high, he talks higher when he talks faster. And I had to tune down Pete's voice in the app to make my voice sound more like his, because I realized my voice is a lot higher than his through this. So this is the same piece of audio that I recorded.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Pete Johns, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we will be taking Jade Starr's voice and turning it into me, Pete Johns, using the amazing artificial intelligence voice creation app MusicFi. So kick back and relax as we do something scary, terrifying, but really cool at the same time. This is Pete Johns. Let's do it.
Fuck me, that it's terrifying, isn't it? So what really blew me away by this training this voice was how much of the inflection of Pete's voice that it picked up. So I did 2 models for this. I did one of Pete's singing voice, and I did one of Pete's talking voice. And I'll show you how I did them. So in the first instance, I actually downloaded Pete's last podcast, the one about copyright that he did last week. And I just took that because there's no music played through that whole podcast. It's just Pete talking at us, telling us a barrage of Pete for 33 minutes, non-stop Pete Johns. And I put that and trained the talking voice with that because he's not singing any notes. And then I trained the other one using his GarageBand projects. I removed all of his vocals. Yeah, I know. The irony, Gary Ups. I thought that was hilarious. I was giggling my ass off doing that. It's pretty good. Yeah, the Pete Johns thing, that's the way I said it. So, but you'll notice too, when we record some more audio, there are artifacts in there as well that you can control by changing the pitch. Because the pitch of my voice is so high, you can hear this in the Pete Johns when I say his name. Let's listen to it. Turning it into me, Pete Johns. See, Pete wouldn't say his name like that. Pete Johns, he wouldn't say his name like that. So that's where the first problem is there. It's in the way I'm saying Pete Johns.
Into me, Pete Johns.
Me,
using
Pete Johns.
the amazing.
Pete would not say it that way. So if I had to retake that, I would do it a little bit different. So, because you don't want to try and speak like the person. Yeah, but you want to try and keep the same like tonality, the same kind of, and not get too excited in your own voice. So you just want to keep it as flat as possible and not have too much variation, and let the training of the voices that you're putting in take over. That's what I think anyway, from my experience of doing this. But look, I mean, it's pretty.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world.
It's creepy. I have too much natural flower. I don't, you know, I don't mean that, Pete. I know I'm going to get into trouble during this. Later on, folks, you watch what we're going to do. It helps that I'm an Aussie too, right? See, when you use the Donald Trump voice in here, and I'm Australian, and it sounds off because Donald Trump's American. So when if I want to do something and use a Donald Trump voice, I have to kind of talk in an American accent to make it sound close. So this is the first thing that we did. Let's bring this in. I'm going to bring this audio in and show you how it was done. So we'll go over here to the app, and here we are. So now I trained the voice. Here's where you train your voice. So you click on this little feature across here. We'll go back and show you that again. So here's where you train your voice. Now I got 3 of these to do this, and you can see I've got a mic pattern here. I wonder what happens when you click View Details. Okay, so it shows you the data set here. These are the tracks I used to make my mic pattern one. And let's have a look at the Pete Johns one. So look at the data set I used for Pete Johns' singing voice. I used lyrics he's singing from New Beginning, Perfect, Work in Progress, Anxiety, Summer, Hold On, No Apologies, Sink or Swim, The Tree, Fence Sitter, Grown, and College. So I took all of those lyrics, all of those vocal takes, and put all of those in. Now, the limit to kind of import things in is like 50 megabytes. So some of these I had to turn into MP3s. It doesn't really matter about the quality kind of thing like that. If you turn it into an MP3, it's high enough quality to be cool. And with all of these that I put in here, I had to train it. I trained it for 2 hours. Yeah, so the maximum you can train a voice for is 2 hours. And you basically put them in, set train, and just let it go. You can click off from the website. You don't have to have the website open while it does it. And it'll just do it because it's doing it all on the website. And then once it's done, it'll say it's all good. So I did 2 hours on this one. And I don't know if I needed, we're going to test this. I don't know if I needed to do a Pete Johns talking one, right? But this was the Pete Johns talking one I did, and this is the track.
If you've written, recorded, and shared music at any stage, at least once and probably multiple times, you've thought about copyright. You've thought about someone potentially stealing your hard-earned music.
The irony. I fucking love it. So good. So good. So those are the voices that we did. Let's mess with one. Let's bring in that original track we had earlier, and I just want to show you. So here's with the Pete Johns talking. Oh, and when you train an AI, it gets put into your list here. So you can see here all the singers you get. And as you scroll down, you can see there's my Mike Patton one, trained by Jade, Starr, Pete Johns. Now remember, these aren't available like to the world, so don't get scared. Yeah, that you're doing this and this is all. Anyone can just get this. These are only on your personal service, and nobody's getting this. This is all your stuff. So don't stress about that. Nobody can get a hold of it. You've got control to delete it at any time. So here we've got this Pete Johns talking one. Let's bring in that file that we started off with today. And we click on here. I need to go to audio share and find the original intro, which I think was this one here. So this is me talking, I do believe. I'll just make sure. Make sure that's the right one. Pete intro. Wherever you are in the world. Yep, that's me. Cool. Now, you can use this on desktop or whatever. This isn't an iOS thing, so I'm just using the browser here on iOS. So we're going to pick this Pete intro and open this. And as you can see here, drag and drop 50 megabit limit. So if it's a bit too big, just convert it to an MP3. So the file's uploaded now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Okay, so you've got two qualities. You've got a demo and master quality. Now, here's where I came into trouble. You've got this pitch setting here. So it says, tune the pitch up if you're converting from male to female or vice versa. So I didn't think about this, but when I trained it, let's train it and we'll leave the pitch at 0. We'll use the demo quality first. So because my voice is a little bit higher than Pete, when it would train it, it came back sounding like Pete Johns on speed because my voice is actually naturally higher than Pete's. So that's when I had to try and alter the pitch to find the right balance of making it sound more like Pete. And the more you alter the pitch to get it to sound right, some of those artifacts will disappear, which is fascinating. So that's mixed, and here is our Pete voice.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Pete Johns, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we will be taking...
So you can hear how it's really high and it's a bit flighty. So this is where the set pitch comes in. So I'm going to grab this, and I actually took it down to 6. And you hit remix. Hi, princess. So now watch the difference when we bring it down to 6 here, and you'll start to see, oh my God, this is really starting to sound like Pete. I could probably take it a little bit lower as well, but this one just felt right when I did it. So you can see it's not too long to do it. Now we're only using the demo version, and there's a master for a higher quality.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Pete Johns, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we will be taking Jade, Starr's voice and turning it into...
Massive difference, yeah? Wow. Let's see if we take it down to a 9. I'm interested to hear. Yeah, Shirley Strawn. Was it Shirley's Backyard? Is that what it was called, Pete? For the Aussies in the house, Gregory. Was it Shell's Backyard? Some shit like that. So we've taken it down to a 9 now.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Pete Johns, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we will be taking...
That's even better! Man, it's so creepy.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Pete Johns, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we will be taking Jade, Starr's voice and turning it into me, Pete Johns, using the amazing artificial intelligence voice creation app MusicFi. So kick back and relax as we do something scary, terrifying, but really cool at the same time. This is Pete Johns. Let's do it.
So you can hear there too how at the end there it went, let's do it. And it kind of wigged out a little bit. Let's try it under the master setting. So it's a higher quality. We'll do a remix of that. So again, this is it's trial and error. You can just keep doing this and setting the pitch until you get it to match your voice's pitch. So if your voice is a little bit higher, or if it's a little bit lower than the person you're doing, I would bring it up a little bit higher. So it's the opposite for each. Or something went wrong. I'll try it again. I haven't had that before. It's been really, really stable, this thing. I saw some people on the Discord saying they had some problems uploading stuff. And all right, so there you go. This is a thing. Let's try re-uploading it. This is the first time I've experienced this. We'll upload this again. Remember, there's probably heaps of people right now uploading their files. We've got it set to 9. Let's try again. If not, we'll just refresh the browser. Remember, it's a higher quality mix that we're doing here, so it'd take a little bit longer than doing the demo version. It looks like we're getting a better result now. Fingers crossed, everything goes right for the rest of the show. Yeah, here we go. So let's have a listen to it now.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Pete Johns, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we'll be taking Jade Starr's voice and turning it into me, Pete Johns, using the amazing artificial intelligence voice creation app MusicFi. So kick back and relax as we do something scary, terrifying, but really cool at the same time. This is Pete Johns. Let's do it.
Much better. So a lot of the artifacts have gone out of that with the master. Now, if you like the file that you've done, you just got to hit download here, and it'll save it to your download files, if your download folder on iCloud or on your iPad or iPhone, and on a PC, it'll ask you where you want to save it, yeah? So, all good. Just incredible stuff. It's really crazy. Now, the other thing I don't know is, did I need to make a talking one as opposed to the singing one? I don't know if I actually needed to do it, and I wanted to test this out live here because it's taken up a valuable slot. I've only got 3 slots, you know. So what we're going to do now is load up the Pete Johns singing voice, and we're going to try and use the same voice file, the talking file, and see what happens. We'll keep it at this 9. And let's do a remix and see, did I need to use a talking one? You missed the first episode. Does it support text-to-speech for voices? No. Unfortunately not. You have to... So we'll re-upload this. Let me just do a refresh here. No, you have to load an audio file at this stage. Who knows if that's a thing that's coming. Let me pick Pete Johns' singing voice. We'll move this to 9 again, master, and let's see. Yeah, it would be amazing. And look, the rate that AI is going, who knows, by tomorrow, it could be a thing. Really? Oh, man, we're getting some errors here. I'm just going to reboot this, start again. So we've got Pete Johns talking. Let's get back out of here. Select an artist. Let's train my own voice. We'll go to Pete Johns. We'll choose this one. Let's try uploading again. Man, there's probably all these people just using it at the same time. This is the first time I've experienced any issues. So, weird. I will also cover, folks. Let's go to 9. We'll do the demo one first, see if that works. I'm going to cover the image that you saw for the show, yeah? This thing here. I'm going to show you how I made all that stuff too. We'll get into that next, and then we'll do some singing, and it's going to be fun. All right, so this is the test. Can I turn talking into something decent using the singing tracks?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are
It's
in the
even
world.
better.
My name is Pete Johns, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we will be taking Jade Starr's voice and turning it into me, Pete Johns, using the amazing...
Oh, wow. Let's do a master of this. Do you see how much better the quality was for some reason? It seems higher quality. So it looks like if you've got good enough vocal takes from singing, you should be able to use it for talking. And I can delete that other one. All artist voices are copyright free. There you go. So that's another thing to... Let's have a listen now.
good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Pete Johns, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we will be taking Jade Starr's voice and turning it into me, Pete Johns.
Me.
Using the amazing artificial intelligence voice creation app MusicFi. So kick back and relax as we do something scary, terrifying, but really cool at the same time. This is Pete Johns. Let's do it.
Did you hear that? Yeah. What was that? Some of the artifacts that come up are fucking hilarious. All right, so maybe not as good. Yeah, it sounded a bit promising, but doing a talking one is probably the way to go. So what we're going to jump over, let's take a break from this and jump over to Discord for a moment, just to show you how I put together the image for the thumbnail. Because, of course, I had to use AI, didn't I? Yeah? So this is what I started with in Midjourney. This is my Midjourney bot on my Discord. You can join my Discord channel, and there is a Discord bot in there, a Midjourney bot that you can make images with. And so this was the first one. I put Pete Johns as a robot. And it gave me all these random people who aren't Pete Johns holding a robot. So that was clearly, I had to rethink the strategy. Then, man, look at this one. Fucking psychotic Pete Johns android gone crazy. What is up with the hands on this one? So then we got little Pete Johns with the wheels. Oh, fuck me. I don't know, man. AI is so wild. These are pretty cool. Yeah. This one's a bit sus. That's a bit sus, isn't it? It's a microphone that's not connected to anything. What is going on? Then I used this picture, and look at these, man. I was going to use this one for the thumbnail. That one's cool. Yeah, I really like that one. It looks like he's got one of those Billabong hats. It's like a robot Billabong hat. Oh, God. Oh, man, I love you, Pete. You know that. These are wild. And then, I don't know, he's like a Rubik's Cube in this one with a sweatband. He's got a sweat. Why has he got a sweatband? I've no idea. Whatever, AI is just bonkers. Then we started I tried to do some more realistic ones. It's like a hat made out of pieces of plastic, all glued together. Weird. Here's some more. I mean, look, it's getting his face down. Amazing. Yeah? I don't know about these hats. Make him look like some kind of Nazi stormtrooper from the future. All right, so then I tried to, because there's a new feature in Midjourney where you can actually zoom out. So if you like a picture, see we got this picture here, and you can then zoom out. See, I hit the zoom out feature, and it fills in the rest of the gaps. These are really cool. Then I did some more of this one, but it kind of... His hands. The AI just gave up there and just went, I can't be fucked drawing fingers. I'm just going to just give him blobs. Then we got these. As you can tell, I did a lot of these. And then I used these. And look at these, man. These are cool. These are really cool. I just don't know what's going on with his hand. This one has been like broken off. Oh, that's his coffee cup hand. These are pretty cool. You got to admit, these are sick. So I went with that one. Oh, these ones are cool too. So yeah, the toss-up was this one. I was going to use either this for the thumbnail or so yeah. You can see some of the hands got a bit screwed with these. I was trying to zoom out. This one, he's got 3 arms. If only, huh? If only we all had 3 arms. As you can tell, Midjourney has gotten so much cooler. Yeah, that one's pretty cool as well. That one's wicked. But I went with this one and I did a remaster, and that's how we came up with this for the thumbnail. So that's wicked. I love that picture. It's really cool. This one's the more battle-scarred Pete Johns, and then we've got the corporate leader, the angry... and this one's just, yeah, he's seen too much time in the field. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, man, how's these ones? Yeah? Things are getting a little bit dark by this stage. I was like, I think I need to stop. I think I need to stop. Jesus, Pete. This is Pete after too many drinks. There you go. So, and that was the one we settled on, this one here. Oh, no, it's one of these. Yeah. Wicked stuff. So there we go. We've had a break from that. All right. Let's get into singing. Let's talk about Pete's singing voice, because I have all these projects, of course, that I've taken all the vocals from and put them in. You saw I used 12 tracks. We'll jump over here and show you these tracks. So they are over here.
Maybe I spread things a little too thin. Maybe I'm trying too hard just to win. Never one for going hard. Never had hesitation. All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see.
So with this one, I wanted to bring this up. What I should have done, I should have excluded this one from the mix because there's a lot of bleed in it. So you can hear in between his takes.
I have a fear of what my...
And believe it or not, that amount of bleed can have an effect on your trained AI. Even though it's very light in there, I probably should have pulled that one out.
Nobody's got it figured out. Nobody's knowing.
See, that one's okay.
I watched a movie back in '85. The kids were driven far away from home, and they were left behind. What is this place? Why is everyone so strange? That crusty dean made them all declare a major.
So very little bleed is what you want in there. And the other thing too, if you are taking out a vocal from a mix, remember to take all the compression off, take all the reverb off, take everything off, EQ, everything. Just leave it as bare bones as possible. Because if you've got compression on the track when you mix it down, that compression is going to be taken into the training model, and you're going to get a model that ends up, if there's a breath, the breath will get emphasized a lot and be and suck the air out of the model, because that's what a compressor does. You know, it pushes down and then releases, pushes down, releases. And, you know, this is the, when you overdo compression, you get that pumping sound. So if you've got compression on a bare vocal and you're putting that into an AI and it's training it, it hears the compression, it shits itself, and that compression gets pushed into the overall model. So it's one thing you definitely need to be aware of.
Plant a tree that you won't see. That's what...
So there's some bleed in there, but it's not too bad.
...in me down. Life is long and you have much time. You're in... You say the time for hope is gone, and there is nothing left to comfort in the end.
So they're all really good takes. So, you know, Pete's quite a consistent singer, so that helps as well. All right, let's jump over and show you something I previously made, and then we're going to do something live. Where have I saved this? I think it's in Recents. Fence Sitter. I think it's this one here. Let me make sure. Maybe it's not. Oh, yes, it is. It is. Cool, cool, cool. So this is Fence Sitter. And let's mute these takes out here. I think this is Pete's vocal. And this is the original Pete Johns song with his original vocal in it. Okay, so I think this is my take here. Let's remove Pete. I have a lot of thoughts, but I may not say a lot of them. I fucked up the song. I know. I fucked it up. Every now and then, I think a lot of things that many others disagree with, that you won't even know unless you choose to ask. Okay, so I put that through, and this is the vocal that we come up with.
I have a lot of thoughts, but I may not say a lot of them. I'll let the words come out every now and then.
So that's me as Pete.
A lot of things that many others disagree with, but you won't even know unless you choose to ask. Sometimes it's easier to fly when you're just too tired to fight. I'm a fence sitter. Sometimes I like to keep my thoughts to myself. It's easier to facing up to the conflict, and I know that not everyone's this way, but that's how I get through the day. Fence sitter. You may think I'm weak, that I should just express myself, but it's not black and white all of the time. I should pick a side and go all in with one direction, but I don't think that's right for me anyway. Sometimes I try to close my mind, but there's always another side. I'm a fence sitter. Sometimes I like to keep my thoughts to myself. It's easier than facing up to the conflict, and I know that not everyone's this way, but it's how I get through the day. Fence sitter, and I don't expect you to be the same.
I fucked up the end there.
Asking you to refrain, making me feel ashamed.
I had to put my own flair on the end. What a wanker. So the problem is with that, though, is when I did this take here and put it through, I'll just mute that. I wasn't aware of down tuning the sample. So what we're going to do now is put this back in, down tune it a little bit more, and I reckon we can get it closer, even though it's not a good vocal take. So let's do it now. Now, one thing to remember, my advice from experience using this is close out anything that's audio related while you're doing this. Yeah, because you may have effects running in the background of like Logic or GarageBand, and they're just running in the background, and for some reason you got to remember it's using the same audio engine on your iPad, just for your iPad or iPhone, however you're doing it for iOS. Just make sure you close out stuff in the background that could have effects running open, because I found that sometimes it picks up like I had Logic open and there was a delay on the track. And so when I was doing the training or putting a track to turn into Pete, it was picking up it was getting this really weird delay. And I realized it was because I had stuff running in the background. So let's delete this audio file. Let me find that take. So I'm going to have to reopen this again. Now, the take was, I think it was called 10 or something, Project 10. Is this it? Hi there, this is Pete Johns. I'm singing to you. This was the test one I made and sent to Pete to scare him before the show. Hi there, this is Pete Johns. Good morning, good afternoon. This is it. Hi there, this is Pete Johns. I'm singing to you. I must have deleted it. That's not the one. Anyway, let's find the vocal. Is it this? Thoughts, but I may not say a lot of them. Have a lot of thoughts, but I'm... Cool. This is it. So Fence Sitter, Jade Starr, drums 1. Fence Sitter, Jade Starr 1, drums 1. I really should rename these, shouldn't I? I'm a dick. Fence Sitter, Jade Starr, drums 1. So let's open this. Oh, file has to be less. That's right. So you see there, it was a audio file that's too big. So I had to convert it to an MP3. So let's find it. Here's the MP3 version of it. Now, this time we're going to pitch it down because I didn't pitch this down when I did that take. So let's use the pitch down to 9 and see how that sounds. If it doesn't sound right, we'll bring it back to 6. So, of course, it's going to take a little bit longer because this is a 3-minute 52 file. And we're doing the master of it now. But it should, I'm hoping, possibly lose some of the artifacts that were in the original version and hopefully make the voice a bit better. Yeah. This thing is so creepy, I have to tell you. It's very odd.
Out every now and then.
Ooh.
I think a lot of things that many others disagree with.
Yeah, no.
You won't even know.
Let's remix it at 6. Again, trial and error. Now, it won't slow down the file by changing the pitch. It'll keep the file the same length. It'll just give you the right pitch for your voice to match up with the artist voice that you are training, replicating. And look, it's interesting. Sometimes you use the the master, and even though it's a higher quality, sometimes you get more artifacts, and sometimes the demo version's better. It's trial and error. Wouldn't this make it too low? Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? We're going to find out, Thomas. I don't know if that's how it works. I don't know if it... I know it changes the pitch. I don't know if it's... I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? Oh, I hit remix again. Dope. That was stupid. It may affect it. It probably will. But I'm going to sing another song for this anyway. I just thought I would try this while we're live and cover as many bases as we possibly can, so you don't have to make these mistakes. And if you try this app, so remember too, there is a link in the description down the bottom. So if you are going to sign up, use my affiliate link. There is an affiliate link down there. I think I get like, this much, it's a very small amount. I think I get like 25% or something if you sign up or something like that. So if you are going to sign up, use the link.
I'd say a lot of them. I let the words come out every now and then. I think a lot of things.
I'm just going to download that.
Many others disagree with, but you won't even know unless you choose to.
So now I'm going to do one at 2. At -2. Let's try this. And and then we'll go in and thanks, Thomas, for putting the link there. And, the crew at MusicFi are really awesome. I reached out to them. This isn't like something they reached out to me to. I came across this app, reached out to them. They've been really cool and really helpful. They've got a Discord where you can get in contact with them really easily. There's lots of people sharing their voices that they've trained and stuff like that. So that's cool.
I have a lot of thoughts, but I may not say a lot of them. I let the words come out.
I'm going to try the demo version. And then we'll bounce this one as well. And we'll see how these sound in that same song. And then we'll choose a different Pete John song. And we'll do that. And then what we'll do is we'll take one of my songs and get Pete to sing one of my songs. Just off the wall. Hey, what's going on, Hetriani? If you look in the chat, Hetriani, I think, is there? There we go. Look at that. I can't hit. Can I hit enter? Yeah, there we go. We've got a Hetriani emoji in the chat.
I let the words come out every now and then.
All right, so I'm going to download this one. Let's bring both of these into the song and see what the difference is between them, yeah? Okay, now what we've got to remember, both of these tracks have been saved to my Files app. Here they are. And what size are they? Let's see. Yeah, they're good. We can import these. So we've got these two. And what we're going to do is pop that down here. We're going to open up Logic. And we'll import these in. Let me bring up the Files app. Yoink. All right, so I'm going to duplicate this track here. We'll duplicate it again. And then we'll bring in, so the first one was a lower pitch. Let's just bring that in here. And we'll bring in the second one. Okay, so let's try the first one. So you can hear the artifacts in there. They'll disappear.
I have a lot of thoughts.
Yeah, you're right, Thomas. So you can delete that track. So for singing, it's a totally different thing than talking, yeah? Let's try this one.
but I may not say.
Absolutely. So we've dispelled that myth. So for singing tracks, you can't really do it. It's up to you to match the tone and the vocal as best you possibly can. Yeah. But for speaking stuff, you're going to be absolutely fine. If you're training a speaking model, and it's really easy to train a speaking model, just go to somebody's live stream and just download their live stream. You've got hours of them talking. And then everything's perfect. Just ask Brad.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
Exactly, Brad. Right on for doing that. All right. So let's choose one of Pete's songs. We'll jump over to GarageBand for a second. And we'll find one of Pete's songs, and we'll let you guys decide what song should I do. We've got here New Beginning, Sink or Swim. We're all just a work in progress. We've got Perfect. Fence Sitter is the one we just did. No Apologies. We've got New Beginning. Plus, there's some other ones too if you want to hear these. We've also got... let me find my Pete Johns files. Here we go, Pete Johns. We've also got we've got New Day, we've got Anxiety, Drinking with You, we've got College, The Tree, Summer. Maybe Summer? Maybe Summer? I love Summer. It's one of my favorite songs of Pete's. Oh, he's got that high bit in it. I don't think I can do that right now.
The rain keeps me company, falling from high in the sky. Gray skies above and air bringing me down. Walking the streets of...
What else is in this list here? What about New Beginning? Could do Sink or Swim, possibly. I'll tell you more about the growling stuff. That's a thing. I'll tell you more about that in a sec.
I don't know if I'll sink or swim. Talking heads on the news today and telling me what to think and say. Some people won't come back down below. I'm reflecting my memories are always making a fool of me. But I'm running to ebb and flow with the tide.
But I don't know what's
In the water.
What's in the water?
And I don't know if I can win.
Let's do this.
There might be more under the surface, but it's time
Have I got all the lyrics?
to dive in. Yeah!
Let me make sure I've got all the lyrics here. So you can hear there's a lot of noise in the background in this. What are we?
All my life
If I'm worried about the things in the water I cannot see, got this panic washing over me. Me.
I have a fear of what might sting
And what those circling sharks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer on the shore. 'Cause I don't know what's in the water.
And I don't know if I'll sink or swim. Talking heads on the news today and telling me what to think and say. Some people won't come back from down below. On reflection, my memories are always making a fool of me.
I'm just making sure the
But
lyrics
I'm
are
learning
right.
to ebb and flow with the tide. 'Cause I don't know
what's in the water. And I don't know if I can win. There might be more
Cool.
under.
Let's check the last chorus.
'Cause I don't know what's in the water. I don't know if I can win. There might be more under
Hey, Chris.
the surface.
Folks, Chris is
But
with
it's
MusicFi,
time to dive
He's awesome.
in.
and we've been having a ball with
Nobody
this thing, Chris.
knows what's
Scary.
in the water.
Scary, scary shit.
And nobody knows who's gonna win. So I'm gonna just.
Okay, let's do this one. We're gonna we're gonna try and sing this and recreate this sucker. So I have a copy of this here. I'm just gonna make a duplicate of this. We'll hold down here. We'll do a duplicate, and that'll be this one. And now I'm going to open this in. I'd rather do this in Logic. So there it is, sink or swim. Let's open this up in Logic, and grab my microphone. There's Pete's vocal. So we're going to mute that. And let's hear it. Do we have some? Yes. No sucker sharks will break. Know if I'll sink or swim. It's in the news today. A man says the people vote away. Some people will come back from down below. On reflection, my memories are always making a fool of me. Maybe I'm on the floor. 'Cause I don't know what's in the water. And I don't know if I can win. Okay, so let's record these vocals. I have a guide track up here to see where Pete comes in, so I can follow that. And then we'll take these vocals and turn them into Pete. All right. Everything good here? We're all happening. I just had an idea. Yeah. I had an idea. I could transfer a synth V vocal and into another vocal. Yeah, absolutely. You can take anything and turn it into anything. Good idea, Gregory. I mean, there's so many things you can do with this great, great technology. Let's do it. I've got the lyrics here. If I fuck it up, I fuck it up, you know? Because as Pete says, life doesn't have to be perfect, does it? Let's go. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Got it probably a bit loud. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 2 2. Cool. Just make sure I'm loud enough. I don't know what's in the water. I don't know if I'll sink or swim. I don't know today things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me. I have a fear of what might sting and what those suddenly chance will bring. Maybe I'll be safer on the shore. 'Cause I don't know what's in the water. Cool. Let's do a take. Nobody knows what's in the water. Nobody knows who's gonna win. So nobody knows what's in the water. I don't know, I'm going to retake that because I don't know what are the lyrics here. I don't have the right lyrics. I'm cool now. I just missed the cue there. I was looking at the wrong lyrics. Let's go from here. Easy peasy. I don't know what's in the water. I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Nobody knows. All right, let me just hear the key change of Pete here, because I can't remember it. Nobody knows what's in the water. Because I've never really done this song before. This is the first time singing it, pretty much. Nobody knows what's in the water. All right, that's cool. Nobody knows what's in the water. Nobody knows who's gonna win. So I just keep on floating, even though I might sink or swim. Okay, there we go. So terrible, I fucked up the middle bit. That's okay. It doesn't really matter. It's so weird singing to my own backup vocals knowing this is going to turn into Pete. We live in bizarre times. So I'm going to solo this track now. And let's put all this together. The first thing I'm going to do is I might just join this. Let's join it. So we've got all these selected at the moment. We've got to bounce and join. And we can do a join. So all those regions are now joined. So there's no spaces in there. Now we need to make sure all the EQ is off. Don't need any effects or anything on here. And here's the take. Washing over me. Cool. I have a fear of what might sting and what those succulent shocks will bring. Okay, now we're going to bounce this track. So we've got it soloed. And just going to go over here. Bounce this out. Make sure that no processing is on, no audio tail. We don't want any processing. Entire length of the song. That sounds good to me. Let's share this. And we're good to go. Bouncing. So I'll have to trim this a little bit. Save it to audio share. Let's trim it. I'm just going to trim the end of it. So we're going to tools here. Just going to trim the end and save. Going to keep the beginning because I just want to be able to slot it back into the track. And we're good. So we're under 50 megabytes there. That's handy. handy. And then we're going to take this track and we're going to put it in. Make sure we've got Pete Johns' singing model selected. And let's search for that file. And let's see what happens. And then we'll compare it to the original Pete Johns. I will do a demo version and I'll do a master version of this. As you've already heard, we've already done a whole bunch of Pete's sounds with this. The model's incredible. I mean, here's the other thing too. I was blown away, and I said this to Pete, that it even picked up his amazing lisp. And I love, if you know me, I love Pete's lisp. I find lisps quite sexy, actually. It's one of my fetishes exposed. That's why I love Jamie Oliver so much. So now let's I'm going to put the pitch, of course, to 0 because it's a singing, it's a vocal. So we've got demo. But yeah, I was amazed. It even picked up Pete's lisp in the model. It's truly amazing. Okay, let's do this. We'll do a demo quality version. We'll do a master, and we'll bring them both in, add effects to them, and see how they blend. See if I can, in fact, sound like Pete Johns. Thank you all for being here today. If you wouldn't mind, if you hit the like, that would be fantastic. You know, it does help the channel and all that jazz. So here's our first one. I'm going to save this. I'm not even going to listen to it. Just going to save it. Let's do a master. So I'm going to remix this now with a higher quality version. As I said, it's hard to tell. Sometimes the demo version just works better. Sometimes the master version works better. It depends on your performance. And it also depends on how much, trust me, if you're recording vocals, you leave a compressor on there, it's going to come out fucked. Now, I've probably made the mistake of leaving Logic running in the background. And I'm going to test that theory. I'm going to shut down Logic. I'm going to redo this just as a theory because I can. Okay, this one's done. Save that. And what I'm going to do is now shut down Logic, this and this. I'm going to re-upload this. Because I have noticed that if there's another audio thing on your iOS device running in the background, it can pick up. It just, yeah, it's interesting, iOS. It runs different than a computer because it has a sound system in it that when not plugged into an audio interface, it runs a 48 kilohertz hertz, and when it's plugged into an interface, it hijacks the entire sound system, and it really depends on if you've got volume still up on your microphone, it'll pick up that. And my mic was still connected while the door was open, so you've really got to be careful with that kind of stuff. So we'll do one of each of these as well and see if it does make a difference. Man, I have to admit, I've been having so much fun with this thing. After this, we'll you know what we'll do after this? We'll do something that Pete's going to be terrified of. I know Pete, right? I've met Pete in real life. I've broken bread with his family. I know the real Pete away from studio life today. And the real way he thinks and what he says. So I'm going to record my own voice saying something that you wouldn't expect Pete to say. And then I'm going to turn that into Pete, and I'm going to give you the real Pete after this. Just for fun. All right? So stick around for that. Let's do a master now of this. So if you've ever wanted to know how Pete really thinks, I'm going to tell you in my very own words. Please don't hate me, Pete. Yeah, pure unfiltered Pete. All right, this is nearly finished. We'll download this and throw these in. I hope this comes out good, like the other song we did. Let's download that and save. So we've got 4 of these now. We can jump out, head back over to Logic Pro. We've got our project open, ready to go. And what we're going to do is mute my take there. And then we're going to do some duplicates of Pete's original vocal and use the effects and everything that he used on his take. So we'll make 4 of these, 4 duplicates. And we should be able to bring this back in here. Go to iCloud Drive. Downloads. Here are our 4 tracks. So we'll do them in order. Sink or Swim 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so let's try number 1 with this song. Okay, everything else is muted, and let's go.
All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Countless panic washing over me. I have a fear of what might sting and what those ugly chunks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer around the shore. 'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I'll sink or swim.
Jesus, so that was the low quality. Let's bring in the high quality one.
All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me.
Wow.
I have a fear of what might sting and what those succulent sharks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer around the shore. 'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I'll sink or swim. Talking heads on the news today, that man says the people might float away. Some people won't come back from down below. On reflection, my memories are always making a fool of me. Maybe I'm not ending, ever flow up inside. But I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time.
That's the real Pete.
To dive in.
That's the fake Pete.
'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Nobody knows what's in the water. Nobody knows who's gonna win. So I'm just keep on floating, even though I might sink or swim.
So clearly, if I sung that much better and had all the timing right, it's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. And again, it comes down to you matching his tone. So if you go back to his original take here.
All my life I've worried about the things.
So if I sung that like, all my life I worried about the things, and not so much in my voice, if I did that, all my life I worry. If you really listen to each part.
In the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me.
Got this panic washing over me. And I got my voice as close to his inflection and just tone. And like, it doesn't need to be the same. Exactly the same. Because you can't. Then it's going to be absolutely more perfect. Because my take wasn't, was just me fucking up the song completely. All right. So you can see it's absolutely incredible. Technology, it's just too much. It's mind-blowing. Let's go in here and I promised you we were going to make Pete say something that he would normally say away from the channel. The real Pete Johns. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to record some vocals here as the real Pete Johns, something you'll never hear him say on Studio Live today, but what he would say in real life. Away from the channel. God, I'm such an idiot. Don't hate me, Pete, for this. 2, 2, 2. All right, we've got 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Let's get some volume because it's spoken word, so I can turn this up. All right, this is something that Pete says all the time away from Studio Live today, but we'll never actually say it on the channel. We'll make sure we got click track off and everything. All right, what would Pete say in real life? In real life. Okay, let's do it. Make sure it's in mono. I want it in mono as well. So that's an important thing too. Make sure your vocals are in mono. G'day, this is Pete Johns here from Studio Live today, and I just want to let you know that my favourite band in the world is Milli Vanilli. I just can't get enough of Blame It on the Rain. It's my favourite song. They should never have taken that Grammy Award away from them. Pete's probably sitting there thinking that I was going to swear and say that Russ is a cunt or something. No. Pete secretly loves Milli Vanilli. All right, let's shorten this clip. If you didn't know too, in Logic, if you need to shorten your clip, you can grab the arrow here and bring this down. I'm having way too much fun with this. Way too much fun. All right, we'll save this project and we'll officially have Pete Johns saying this. What we call this file, we'll call it Pete's Favorite Band. There we go. Make sure we got no effects on there. We'll export this. Okay, there we are. I can trim this too. I want to get rid of the breathing at the start and me knocking shit around. G'day, this is Pete Johns here from Studio Live today, and I just want to let you know that my favourite band in the world is Milli Vanilli. I just can't get enough of Blame It on the Rain. It's my favourite song. They should never have taken that Grammy Award away from them. Okay, we can save that. And let's Peterfy this. I'm never going to say Peterfy again. That's way too close to something else. Damn, that I'm never saying that again. All right. I can't even bear to say it one more time. It's too weird. All right, there's the track. Now, I need to change the model, of course. We're going to change this to the Pete Johns talking model, which I made. And we'll do a demo of this, and then we'll do a master of it. Yeah, I can't ever say that again. Crazy stuff. Okay, we'll save this. And let's do a master remix of... Oh, I stuffed up. See, I already stuffed up. We've got to bring this down to 9, right? Because it's spoken word. So we'll do that again. Because you've got to match... So if we ever listen to this one...
G'day, this is Pete Johns here from Studio Live today, and I just want to let you know that my favourite band in the world is Milli Vanilli. I just can't get enough of Blame It on the Rain. It's my favourite song. They should never have taken that Grammy Award away from them.
Small things amuse small minds. Yeah. But you notice how it was too high? You could hear it was a little bit too high. So we're going to bring the pitch down. Blame it on the rain. Didn't one of the dudes from Milli Vanilli jump out a window? Like he took his own life, didn't he? I think so. That's not a funny thing, but yeah.
G'day, this is Pete Johns here from Studio Live today, and I just want to let you know that my favourite band in the world is Milli Vanilli. I just can't get enough of Blame It on the Rain. It's my favourite song. They should never have taken that Grammy Award away from them.
God. I'm good.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
Too much. Oh, it's too much. You know I love you, Pete. And just a word of, I have to make a disclaimer. Pete Johns doesn't really like Milli Vanilli. Unless he does. Maybe he does. And he's sitting there going, fuck you, Jade. You've exposed me. My life's ruined. Everyone knows now. We'll download this one as well. Let's hear the higher quality version.
G'day, this is Pete Johns here from Studio Live today, and I just want to let you know that my favourite band in the world is Milli Vanilli. I just can't get enough of Blame It on the Rain. It's my favourite song. They should never have taken that Grammy Award away from them.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
All right, there you go. If anyone would like to purchase this WAV file, awesome stuff. So what we'll do, we got half an hour before Pete's show starts. I'm going to try and sing one of my own songs. Nothing can top this. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. It's mind-blowing to know that all I did was train this with one of Pete's podcasts. And, yeah, it's just wicked. I love this thing. I think this is amazing. So we'll send this one over to Audio Share. I'll play it one more time. Get some bit more laughs out of it.
G'day, this is Pete Johns here from Studio Live today, and I just want to let you know that my favourite band in the world is Milli Vanilli. I just can't get enough of Blame It on the Rain. It's my favourite song. They should never have taken that Grammy Award away from them.
Perfect.
G'day, this is Pete.
Oh, all right. Let's close out by taking one of my songs, and we'll try and turn one of my songs into Pete Johns singing that. Let's open up Logic, and then we'll dump you all over it because Pete Johns is up next, of course. And what shall we do? Should we do What Color? Because I'm just going to sing it. This is the thing. How do we... So if you missed the last show, we took this vocal of me. And we turned it into someone else. Now, I wonder if I retake this song and sing it a little bit lower, more like how Pete would sing it. So let's do a practice of this. We'll grab the microphone and let's bring in this vocal. We'll set it to input 2. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. What color? What? Let's see. What color am I? Some shade of brown, some hue of tan, perhaps soft Cool. Cool. So I just need to grab the lyrics to my own song because I'm shit with my own songs. Because this is from my soon-to-be released album. So that's why there's no lyrics on this track at the moment. Just let me find the lyrics. What color? Here we go. And I'm going to try and sing it in a lower register than my own because I normally sing this really, really high. And let's see what happens. Yo. Yeah. Okay, we'll just take that back. Got to get a level. What color am I? Some shade of brown, some hue of tan, perhaps the soft shades of sandy beaches, or the deep richness of fertile earth. And what of that which is deeper? What is the color of my core? Crimson depth, pumping blood, moistened iridescence of tissue, bone. Is this my true color? And what of that which is less tangible? The bluish gray of somber moods, deep green envy, bright red rage, or the yellow flares of mirth and joy. Again I ask, what color am I? Again I ask, what color am I? Again I ask, what color am I? Again I ask, what color So that was really weird, singing that in a low register all the way through. Let's take this now and Peterfy it. I said it again. No, don't ever say that again. It's so wrong. No, no. 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 Make sure the effects are off. Okay. We will Pete Johnsify it. There we go. That's better. Just wrong. All right, that's done. We'll bring it in. So we'll save that. How big is it? 45 meg. Perfect. Under 50 meg. So that's easy peasy beneasy. Now, another thing too, if you record these takes, right? So we've recorded heaps of takes. Over here in your dashboard, you've got your history. So you can go in here to your history, and if there's anything that you really like, make sure you favor it, just in case you lose it. And how you do that is you just head over here and click the little heart. And now, because these disappear after an amount of time, yeah, they won't stay in your history. So remember that. You can go over here to your library, and then you've got all these tracks that you favored. Alrighty, so let's go back over to our voices. We'll choose the Pete John singing voice. We'll load this in. And so this is a singing voice, so we don't need to bring down the pitch. We leave the pitch as it is. And you can record this in too. So if you've got an iPhone or and you don't have a microphone connected, you can actually sing directly into the bottom of your iPad or your microphone. And it works really good too. So there's that. Oh, this is a big file. And let's do a remix of both. So we'll start with the demo version. And then we'll do the high quality one, and then we'll get out of your hair for the day. Thank you very much for hanging out for so long. I know this has been a long show. All right, and while we're doing this, let me tell you what we're going to do next week, because we're doing one more show, one more of these long shows on this app. Next week, I know I've had a lot of requests for this. Now, I don't know how we go about it. I don't know. I'd have to ask Chris. I'd have to ask the team at MusicFi on how do you can you share your voices with people? Is there a way to do that? Is there a way so you can share it for people? I would love to do this because I've had a lot of people request me over the years that they would love to be able to do death metal growls like me. So during this week, I don't know if this is going to work. I sound like Donald Trump. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to try and train a death metal growl. And I'm going to take a whole lot of my different death metal growls from guttural stuff. And I'm going to try and train a death metal growl machine and see if it can help people do a crazy death metal growl. If you train a model on growls, in theory, it should work. Oh my God. We're going to give it a go. So hopefully next week, I'm going to train it. I'm going to train a bunch of models. Probably going to delete these. I know Pete's sitting there going, please delete these. Please delete them. So I'm going to probably delete one of these. Yeah, the stability might be. So we'll give it a go though. And yeah. Did I save this? I don't know if I saved this. I don't think I did. And we're going to try it anyway. You'll know if it didn't work if I don't do a show next week. Let's do a high quality one of these. The other thing I'll show you guys is my Mike Patton one that I did last week, because I really didn't get to show you this. So I did a Mike Patton model. I only used 2 voices and I only trained it for a very short period of time. But wow, does it sound like Mike Patton? Absolutely. And Mike Patton is an incredibly hard vocal to do. Haven't you heard? Yeah, Hetriani. There's heaps of people who've already made Hetfield ones with this, and they sound sick. In fact, you know what they sound like, Hetriani? They sound like you. Stay for the shrimp. Who needs a James Hetfield AI where we can just go to Hetriani? The master of James Hetfield. You are the master, my friend. All right, so we've downloaded these. Let's go to Logic here. I forgot to shut down Logic again. I keep doing that. Man, I'm stupid. So let's find these. They're in here. So here's our what color takes. And I'm going to duplicate this. Duplicate it twice. Let's bring the low quality one in. And then the high quality one. Oh, Pete, you missed out. Now that you're here, now that you've missed the fun, because Pete's just joined us. Okay, Pete. So I know this is going to upset you. I made a recording of you exposing the real you. I recorded something in my voice of something that you would really say in real life, but you wouldn't say on the channel because it might make people think that you're a bit divisive. So I know I said I wouldn't do anything like that, but I had to do it. And yeah, this is what we've come up with. So I apologize, Pete, but the truth is out now. Now people know what you're really like. So hold on to your hats. Here we go one more time.
G'day, this is Pete Johns here from Studio Live today, and I just want to let you know that my favourite band in the world is Milli Vanilli. I just can't get enough of Blame It on the Rain. It's my favourite song. They should never have taken that Grammy Award away from them.
Sorry, that's never going to get old. Milli Vanilli. Couldn't have picked the worst band. All right, let's do this. Let's hear Pete singing my song. Let's go.
What color am I?
Fuck me!
Some shade of brown, some hue of tan, perhaps the soft shades of sandy beaches, or the deep richness of fertile earth.
Let's hear the high quality one.
And what of that which is deeper? What is the color of my core? The crimson depth of pumping blood, moistened iridescence of tissue and bone. Is this my true color? And what of that which is less tangible? The bluish gray of somber moods, deep green envy, bright red rage, or the yellow flares of mirth and joy. Again I ask, what color am I? Again I ask, what color am I? Again I ask, what color am I? Again I ask, what color
Well, well, unbelievable, unbelievable. So, I mean, one of the really fantastic things about this is, you know, if I wanted to add Pete now to my album, and as doing some backup vocals, and he just doesn't have the time because he's really busy. I can just add this to him, and then then I don't have to pay him anything. Wow. Hectic. What do you think, Brad?
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
Exactly. We'll jump over and I'll show you these Mike Patton ones we did. So this was the show we did last time. From the last show, this was, let me show you.
She loved me like
This was my vocal.
She made me feel
Your usual rate.
alright. Baby, and she hold me, I can close my eyes at night.
So this is me singing here.
I don't feel any way. I just close my eyes and I can feel it today. She loved me like no other. She make me feel alright. Baby, and she hold me, I can close my eyes at night. Well, I don't feel any way. I just close my eyes and I can feel it today.
So that was one of the voices that's provided within MusicFi. And then we took my vocal and turned it into these two amazing female artists.
She loved me like no other. She made me feel alright. Baby, and she hold me, I can close my eyes at night. Well, I don't feel any way. I just close my eyes and I can feel it today.
So again, those vocals are provided in the app for you to use. And then, now you've got to remember, I only took 2 tracks of Mike Patton here, and I only trained them for a very short amount of time. But you can hear already what's going on. Yeah, you can hear Mike Patton in this, and those tracks I used had a fair bit of bleed in it, so it wasn't perfect. But if I went on to YouTube and grabbed at least 10 takes of Mike Patton doing different songs and did a 2-hour train session, this would sound a lot better, yeah? So let's hear it. We've got effects on here.
She loved me like no other. She make me feel alright. Baby, and she hold me, I can close my eyes at night. Well, I don't feel any way. I just close my eyes and I can feel it today.
Pretty fucking crazy. So you can hear it's a little bit artifacty. It's kind of a little bit messy in there, but that's because I didn't use too many things. I didn't take time with it. The more you're going to put in, the better you're going to get out. Yeah. So you want to get as many takes. Like why Pete's one is so high quality is because I used 12 tracks of Pete's vocals singing different songs, I tried to pick songs where he kind of had a bit of gruff in his voice, some real breathy stuff. I chose stuff where his falsetto was in there. So if I happen to do a falsetto, it would match Pete's falsetto. So it's all down to the training. And before we get out, let me show you that one more time. So I can't actually do a train at the moment because I've run out. It's just to show you can delete your trained voices as well. So let's delete this. I've got 3 here for the Pro version. So now I've got space to do a brand new one. It's really easy to train. You've got your guide here, which we looked at this last week, but just to go over it again, we've got 8 minutes, and then I'm going to throw you over to Pete's show. Getting started, dry acapellas work best. No reverb, no other vocal processing. Do not have any background noise, instrumental bass, or auto-tune. Fuck all that. Supported file types, MP3, WAV, and M4R. If you don't know what that is the standard for a ringtone. Pro tip, you don't need to remove the silencers in audio. We do it for you. Bad training vocals contains background noise and harmonies, so you don't want harmonies in there as well. No reverb, no background noise. What you give us is what your clone can do. If you give us rapping, your clone can do rap. If you give us singing in a certain style, it will do that. Same as if you do talking, you will get a better model for talking. The more minutes you give us, the more accurate the model will be. Cover a range of tones and notes, sing and rap. Cover your entire vocal range. That's why I chose multiple styles of Pete singing, so we got a nice big range. So if you're going to clone yourself, make sure you choose a bunch of things of you doing. So we're going to do this death metal thing next week regardless, even if it comes out terrible. Yeah. So come back here next week and we're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to model a death metal growl voice. All right. That's it, I think, for today. Thank you all for hanging out. Pete Johns, the man of the moment, is up next. I'm going to go out by playing one of his songs. But before we go, I can't help it. I have to play it because it's so funny. It's so... where is it? Where is it? Pete.
G'day. This
Is that it?
is Pete Johns from...
Okay, I don't know where it is. Where have I saved it? Where have I saved it? It's probably in my it's folder. Here we go. I have to play it. I'm sorry, Pete, but it's so funny. We've been laughing about this for the last day. We've been laughing so much at this one. You ready? I'm only playing it once. Now remember, this isn't Pete Johns. This is me.
G'day, this is Pete Johns here from Studio Live today. I'm just telling you all to go fuck yourselves and Russ is a cunt.
I had to play it once. I love you, Pete. I love you, mate. It's so funny. Because we all know that Russ is a cunt. Yeah?
Right on. Thank you for doing that.
All right, let's go out. Let's play Pete Johnsified, Jenny. Don't say that. It's Pete Johnsified. When you say it that way, it sounds terrible. All right, let's go out. Let's play a Pete Johns song because we haven't heard enough Pete Johns today, have we? We're all going to go watch him now straight after this. While I'm finding a Pete Johns song, what song would you like to hear, Pete? You choose. If you're here, are you here, Pete, still? If you're here, what song would you love to hear of your own song? What would you like me to promote of you, Pete? No, thank you, Chris. Thank you. This is a fantastic software. It's really cool. Folks, remember there's an affiliate link down the bottom in the chat. Use my affiliate link to sign up and I'll get a little piece, you know. But do, go check it out and we'll be back here next week. Pete, have you got a song you'd like me to play? You're the man of the moment. Boom Boom. Thomas wants Boom Boom. It's got to be 4 minutes because I've got to bounce over to college. All right, let's do Pete Johns. College. Boom. How long is it? It's perfect. There we go. We'll choose this one. All right. This is the man of the moment, the legend. And I want to thank Chris and MusicFi for, again, helping out here and offering a giveaway for Patreons. I want to thank you, Pete Johns. I love you so much, mate. Like I said at the start of the show, you are an inspiration to me. Without you, I wouldn't be doing this show. You're an amazing sport, and I love you so much. So there's that. This is Pete Johns College. The man's a legend. He's so inspirational. He writes great songs. He's helped so many of us out with making music, and he inspires us all every day. So this is College. It's one of his cool songs. It's a funny one. Let's do it. And we'll see you over at Pete's. I'll dump you over there within a very short memento. Pete Johns, College.
I watched a movie back in '85. The kids were driven far away from home, and they were left behind. What is this place? Why is everyone so strange? That crusty dean made them all declare a major. Wearing jackets and a homecoming parade just make no sense. Nerds and jocks and freaks and geeks sororities, I think they just made it all up. There's no such thing as college. There's no such thing as college. There's no such thing as frat boys and glee clubs and it girls. There's no such thing as college. The marching band, they were on the field. People watching 17-year-olds play football like they give a damn. The head cheerleader gives an A. The campus radio, we're crossing live to some AV club team. And as I sit, I wonder why they have to lie to me so much. And then I realize it's just a movie. There's no such thing as college. There's no such thing as college. There's no such thing as frat boys and glee club and it girls. There's no such thing as college. 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 We'll all rise together, 'cause you make me shine, baby.